Hey guys, it's Matt. Something I learned many years ago, fortunately, as I've said a lot recently, the video that I make and the way I make it has to match my mood. If I were to put on in any way, "Hey guys, how you do?" It wouldn't work. But here's the other thing. Here's the key component. I have said that a few times. But the key component is, and I don't know if I've ever really mentioned this, many times my mood, whatever this frequency is in the air, matches your mood. I feel completely beaten up. Mostly because of Trump's now back in. They're running the same scripts. Inauguration, they're putting the same things forth that they did in front of the people 8 years ago, and they're just kind of falling for it. And I mean, okay, the weather part of it, it was at 6 degrees this morning, and you don't want to go out and do anything. I don't even want to go chop wood or do stove tests. Now, I'm saying this because I guarantee many of you feel the same way. And it ebbs and flows. We'll come out of it. My mood tomorrow might be completely different. It will improve during this video. But it's not just because of Trump. What I'm saying, I feel the frequency. I feel so beaten up. Greg and I have lost, literally like the last sport that we cared about, college football. It's destroyed. It's just completely and utterly destroyed. Transfer, transfer, transfer. Millions of dollars here, millions of dollars there. Schools now paying players. It's destroyed. The NFL, we watch these games and because we don't have anything left. Okay, right. Go ahead, righteous truthers. Go ahead. You write your little. No, I don't. You write. Oh, I'm going to leave here. He watches some sports. Go ahead, righteous truther. You tell us how you threw out your television. Go ahead if it makes you feel good. Yeah. What do we got left? What am I going to do? Go create a pottery wheel downstairs or whatever? I can't do no stove tests. I can't. I'll watch some games, okay? You want to leave me because of that? Leave me because, Matt, you're not beaten up. You're angry. Well, it's part of it. Part of it. Well, we watch the NFL. It's like, it does. The people that complain that it's like they say it's scripted or they have merit. I mean, this bullshit. I watched part of the Chiefs games and it was just like, it wasn't even like watching real football. There's something not right about it. It's not the game that used to exist, but it's not what these first grade truthers say. They're actually like memorizing plays like the World Wrestling Federation. Folks, that is, I'll say it, I've said it many times over the years. People that say that have never played sports, not only would they be trusting, the NFL would be trusting these idiots with the gold teeth, and they'd be trusting these morons to keep the closest secrets. But you couldn't even practice a play. You couldn't, so they're so brilliant, they remember hundreds of plays week after week. It wouldn't look like football. They'd move slowly. Does wrestling look like real fighting to you? These idiots in our truth community believe, now, outcomes are manipulated. Don't misconstrue my words. If the NFL wants Taylor Swift and Mahomes and these creeps to get back to the Super Bowl, there's things and ways they can manipulate outcomes, but only 4 or 5 people need to be involved. These idiot truthers believe plays are scripted. Oh, that Barkley, when he jumped backwards, do you know how, just to practice that one play, do you know how long it would take to make it look fluid? These people are out of their minds. There's supernatural things going on in this world. Not Nilk has reality, buttons and levers that we'll never understand. Putting forth simplistic explanations or pedestrian reasons how things are happening is exactly what the Not Nilk wants. They do it in basketball. There's a magnet in the ball. Do you know how stupid that is to put forth? First off, I do appreciate people noticing that this isn't quite right. Okay? That's great. That's more than most people. This is the NFL, the basketball. This isn't quite right. There's something, but then to put forth a real low-level dumbass explanation when the Not Nilk has means at its disposal of which we can't even fathom. There's a magnet in the ball. Oh, sure. Yeah, come on. It's every play scripted, and these morons with the gold teeth have everything memorized perfectly. Give me a break, these idiots. Sorry, I sat here for 45 seconds and I thought, Matt, they're going to say you're going to do a Chiron's last. Whatever happened to Chiron? Like a year and a half ago, he got really angry or something. He was going to do this walk. I'm not running him down. He brought a ton to our community. I listened. Oh, he brought a lot of interesting insights to our community for a long time. I wish him the best, and I'm honestly asking, I don't know. We don't all know each other, the truth, or I have no idea. Is he still around? I haven't seen anything. Did the walk happen? I have no. Literally, somebody. What happened to Chiron? Whatever. Last. I still don't know what it is. Chiron, not Chiron. Anyway, but the point is, I was like, Matt, they're going to think you're going to get that. I'm not going to get that angry. And you know what usually happens? I get angry and then it turns into something funny. It always does. And my mood is actually starting to improve. I needed my mood to improve before we tackle these ridiculous and absurd headlines. So I know I've told you a million times I don't watch the news, but I take a glance, to make sure there's nothing big in the world and Dubuque, etc. And I do record the evening news on my DVR with Norah O'Donnell, the succubus, just because what I do here, right? I need to, if there's a big breaking news story, which mostly would be fake, of course, if there's whatever it may be, even if there's a small chance it's real, I still need to be kind of aware of what they're presenting. So every night I thought, the inauguration, I saw 1 minute, they were inside or something. I don't know even how I passed by it. But let's see what's happening here. Trump's first day. I tuned in for and I also actually wanted to see a little bit about the way the news would cover the snow in Louisiana and in Texas and what was going on there. And, people that don't know. I thought there'd be some funny videos of people that just don't know how to drive in it. I don't know. So I tuned in to the succubus. I did. And it was the same. I couldn't, maybe it was 7-8 minutes. I don't know how much I watched. It was a very, very small chunk. The same scripts. Here's the full list of what Trump's going to do, mostly centered around immigration and blocking foreigners. But here's the script. Oh, but it's going to court. He's being challenged. He's being blocked. The same stuff from 8 years ago. It doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense 8 years ago with the people around us. It's all a script. Okay, guys, anybody's new, I'm sorry. It's all a play. It's all a script. There is no Republican. There is no Democrat. Okay, we got that out of the way for the two new people from Biloxi. We'll go there instead of Skokie. It'll be now Biloxi. There is no Republican and Democrat. It's one World Wrestling Federation presentation. Okay. But it's the same stuff. See, if it were real, if there's anything real in the Constitution, then this president here, assuming he was, and who knows, the last one that was really elected, has executive power. If anything were real, would be able to say, I'm putting up a wall and nobody can block me. It doesn't matter if it goes through some circuit court. I'm doing this regarding immigration. I have a full reign over I can call it national defense or a national emergency. There's no court that could block it. He wouldn't have to wait for a circuit court or a federal but that's what they present over and over. It's all going to court and here's how the Democrats are going to block. Then that way to the idiots that follow Trump and the people that wave their flags, oh, he wanted to do this, but he's being blocked. The same shit is playing out. Make it stop. Not Nilk. You have to improve your script. I'm telling you, these people it's so stupid. It's so stupid and dumbed down. Even the dumbest of the dumb are going to wake up to it. And we need to go back and finish the Hidden Hand interview, part 3 of 3. The Hidden Hand, we've done part 1 and 2. 3 is coming. And one of the most interesting parts of the Hidden Hand interview, the ruling bloodline person that said that he's in charge of the harvest or whatever, but one of the most interesting parts is what I've been saying for years, that these creeps, whatever, they're not the same as you spiritually. They're put here. They're role players here. And he says the same, or she says the same thing in the Hidden Hand interview. Says like, yeah, we're 6 density beings and we're here to generate the negative hardest. We're here to be assholes. That's the only thing that makes sense in this reality, where I'm not like validated and I can sit back and smoke Cuban cigars with my feet up because this Hidden Hand dude is saying the same thing that I've been saying, that even Tony was saying. Again, this creep class, he called them sequential incarnations. They're role players in this reality to be assholes. And my theory is to actually facilitate a wake up, like the truck and tractor pull reality. Facilitate a wake up in those that potentially can emerge from the water and say, what the hell is going on here? This isn't right, which is right now, it's far less than 1% of us. Somehow, everybody still falls for it, still running the same scripts from Trump's first few months in office, except with one exception. Although I've watched a total of 8 minutes. It doesn't seem like the Russians are. The Russians aren't playing as Russians hacked the election. Russians hacked the election. Russians hacked the election. Russians hacked the election. That was the mantra back 8 years ago. And then they carried that out for 3 years. Now the Russian piece, I'm sure it'll come. But and I haven't even looked at one headline here yet. I just screenshotted this, threw it up. We will look at these headlines because we have to, and we will absolutely, I guarantee, we will make fun of it and emerge from this madness in a better mood. All right, 10 minutes in, or what are we? Yeah, 10. And we're going to finally get to these headlines now. Somebody said, Matt, you should have put one of Bill's posters up for your little 10-minute rant. I should have. I'm sorry to Bill, and I'm sorry to you. Let's finally get to these headlines. Trump's is that how you spell frantic? I thought it was like the nanny, Fran Dresser. Trump's frantic, whatever. Pace, is that a Mandela effect? Delivers on early promises. Oh, really? Delivers in just 2 days. Really? Everything where we can put our feet up, he's delivered on promises. Really? But tests lie ahead. The shock and awe. Oh, God, they're using that line. What did Greg call it? Shekinah. Of countless executive actions hints at a far more professional White House operation than his chaotic first term. Oh, a far more professional. No WWE, WWF appearances this time. Trump faces bipartisan backlash for the January 6 pardons. Oh yeah, he pardoned with those actors that were there. The guy with the Viking hat or whatever. They all broke in to the Capitol. Where do you, Matt? Do you think they've been on David Bowie Island when they were supposed to be? Some of them were supposed to be in prison. Yeah. Well, with one small change or proviso, the real people that got caught up in it, that believed it was real, they're all in real prison. The small group of actors that drummed everybody up, they're on David Bowie Island. So the real people, if you got involved in it, believing in it, you'd be in real prison, but you'd be pardoned now anyway. So you can go out today and get your Krispy Kreme donuts. They're all the left is so upset about that. There's certain family members I'm thinking of right now, I won't mention any names, that are like, I can't believe it, there was a coup against the United States. He orchestrated a coup, and they're so upset. Some people I know that, and now he let them out. Oh my God. They're so, whoever, certain family members I'd like to talk to that think he orchestrated some sort of coup. Oh, January 6th, it's so horrible. It's a gigantic script. It was written probably by Albert Pike or his grandfather. You idiots, 100 years ago. Okay. Analysis for subscribers. You can subscribe to this. There's one guy somewhere in Biloxi that pays for a membership for CNN. We can get all for free. Trump now has an iron grip on 25. The Iron Curtain. He's going to impose some sort of Iron Curtain, but in the new century, he's going to become Stalin. That has reshaped the political map. Oh, there's hundreds of these sons of bitches in each state, hundreds in each county. We're flying their flags with the metal poles welded to the back of the pickup trucks and the gun racks. And they're so happy that my man is back. And you say at the stoplight, sir, can you please, I'm going to say some things to you. Now, don't reach for that thing in the rack. You got to take this the right way. Okay, don't get upset and reach for that thing behind you on the rack. We do this every time. What happened? How was your life improved the first time he was president? Oh, you don't have anything? Oh, well, I know people say, we were energy independent. Really? All those ships from Saudi just turned around. Your life didn't change. How was it different under Biden? Sir, are you lost for words or something? I don't. What do you speak? But what's going to happen now? What is he going to do to change your life? They don't have anything. They just know their man's back and all is well. There's no specifics they can put forth as to how their lives will improve. Oh, the tax rate will be adjusted from the top 30-some will come down 2%. Oh, boy, we got that 2% tax rate. Nothing ever really changes. Well, people don't say, he'll end the debt. He'll end the debt. Okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, it is unbelievable. Here we are again, folks. Trump in there, and it's going to be the same sort of bullshit. With Biden, he's just another form of liberal with that same form of bullshit. It's unbelievable. Let's continue with the headlines. What's the center column? White House orders government DEI employees to be placed on leave. Wait. The White House DEI hires from Biden in the White House? All government DEI hires? He's saying, get out! Get the fuck out! Get out! If you're a DEI hire, get the F out, Randy. We ain't got no band, Randy. We ain't got no gigs, Randy. That's from, what is that, Sling Blade. We ain't got no band, Rand. Get out. And then Doyle kicks it, runs. Doyle ran everybody out the house. Then Doyle run them all. If you're a DEI hire, oh yeah, they're just gonna pack your bags. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, come on. No, you'd have to be one of those conspiracy people to think that these headlines are actually created to kind of incite anger in certain groups and to get under your skin. And there's not going to be anybody really fired. And oh boy, you'd have to be one of those people to think that these headlines are actually set up to incite anger and negative emotion that some sort of vampiric entity feeds upon. First bullet point in red, live updates. Trump took swift action to reshape the federal government in his first day in office. Here's the latest. He reshaped the federal government in his first day, but couldn't drain that swamp in 4 years. The first 4 years, the was still there. It stunk to high hell. Even when he was there, saying when Biden inherited the same swamp like some creature from the Black Lagoon. He didn't even drain anything, but he took swift action to reshape the federal government in his first day. Yeah, live updates. You think there's one asshole in Biloxi just waiting for live updates? Come on, honey, we've got to do this and that. I'm not leaving the computer all day. There's live updates as to how Trump is reshaping the federal government. I'm glued to this goddamn monitor. I mean, give me a break. Melania Trump is brimming with plans. Oh, this shit's got to go. Look, we were here 8 years ago. I don't think Melania talks like that. I don't know what she talks like, but this is going to be her voice. Look at the shit that Biden did since we've been in here. This shit, that couch was over $400,000. Get rid of it. Look at the paint job that this shit's got to go. We got to bring back the ceramic cats and all the Italian stuff, and we got cover these couches with plastic. This shit's got to go. Sorry. Next bullet point. Trump says he pardoned founder of Silk Road Criminal Marketplace. I probably should. That seems somewhat familiar to me, but I don't care. Don't care what the Silk Road Criminal Marketplace is all about. I would say the prudent person stays away from those sorts of dark places on the web. Bottom, flights canceled for refugees slated to travel to U.S. Now look, if real people hurting from the third world or Aleppo put in the middle of this, that's just wrong. You know, I do feel for these pawns. You know, if there's literally children that, yeah, man, thank God you didn't go here, that were slated to come to the U.S. and they're turning the plane around and, okay, this is it. But guys, please understand, this headline is meant to create tremendous anger and pull at your heartstrings. It's what, you know, and to a degree, it's probably in a way very real. They probably did turn some buses around a little bit. It's meant to draw forth that emotion. Don't give it what it wants. Third column, top right, CNN headlines dropping down. Trump says he can cut the cost of buying a home. Here's the reality. Once again, if he can cut the cost of home buying, why didn't he do it 8 years ago? Matt, you're starting to repeat. I am repeating myself, and we're on day 1. Imagine how tiresome this is going to get on day 500. I'm not doing it. They're insulting our intelligence by saying, and I have to repeat myself. It's already getting tired. Me saying, well, why didn't he do it in the first term? And we're basically on the first day. This is how much they're insulting our intelligence. The bullet point, what will cost you more if Trump places a 10% tariff on Chinese goods? What will be more expensive if Trump places a 10% tariff? Everything. Because everything from plastic novelty rubber dog shit to a freaking microchip in an F-16 comes from China. What do you mean, what will cost more? Maybe Skittles are made locally. Taste the freaking rainbow. I don't want to taste a rainbow. That's sick. But everything else will cost 10% more. Pretty simple. Third grader could figure that out. Now we'll do individual fake news headlines. Fake to a degree, even if it's real, it's fake. More top stories, it says. Oh boy, more top stories. The Senate receives affidavit from Hegseth's former sister-in-law accusing him of being abusive towards ex-wife. That's a mouthful, isn't it? First of all, I'm like, I read this just a few minutes ago. Who the hell is Hegseth? And his mother not like him or something? Who named somebody Hegseth? Oh, it's his last name. Well, he should have changed it. Receives an... Okay, anybody that doesn't know, most people listening aren't going to know. He's up for Secretary of Defense. I think he was in the Army for a short while, but he was mostly on television. I think he was a Fox contributor or something. He looks somewhat familiar. I mean, okay, he's up for Secretary of Defense, but he was on... Matt, that makes perfect sense. You think Donald Rumsfeld wasn't an actor? Sure, I'm sorry. Senate receives affidavit from Hegseth's former sister-in-law accusing him of being abusive toward ex-wife. You know how many issues are right here? Do you know we could make fun of this one headline just for the next 2 months? So the U.S. Senate receives some sort of affidavit from Hegseth. So I don't know his first name. It comes from the sister-in-law. So what? The person that gets the door? Is it like a conclave now? The Senate is in conclave while they're deciding on which one of these Trump's nominees for whatever position can go through. Is it Secretary of State? Is Marco Rubio bubble parties? So somebody that gets the door, like that little kid that got the door at the end of Heavy Metal, the cartoon, and there's an affidavit here for the Congress from who? Hegseth's former sister-in-law? Oh, I'll take it right to Chuck Schumer. So something came from Hegseth's former sister-in-law, and they're going to take that seriously if anything were real? So he's on the stand or whatever being grilled by Congress for his confirmation hearings, and they're going to... Let's play this out. I don't know how I would handle it. How would you handle it? We have an affidavit here, Mr. Hegseth. Who's it from? Your former sister-in-law? That bitch! It's from your former sister-in-law, and it accuses you here, and we're going to bring this up during the confirmation hearings. You were abusive towards your ex-wife. According to who? My ex-wife, Susan? No, your sister-in-law. And that bitch will say anything. She'll say anything. So let me get this straight. You're on the stand here. You're being confirmed, potentially, say, for Secretary of Defense. So let me get this straight. You're not going to look at my record and everything I've done legally. You're going to take some affidavit from some bitch, and bitch. You're going to take this affidavit and you're going to use it against me to maybe not confirm me because my ex, who doesn't like me anyways, former sister-in-law, who hated my guts, who said she would never sit at the same table with me, you're then going to take me out of a Secretary of Defense position because of some hoe and her lies and an affidavit from some two-bit ambulance-chasing lawyer? Really, Chuck Schumer? I would love to say that back, but I'm not up for the Secretary of Defense, am I? Oh no, with Trump again, here comes this endless madness. Headline from CNN, bot. Lawyers and advocacy groups advise members of the LGBTQ community, plus, to take precautions under Trump's executive order. Oh, we'll have to take a look at this. Oh, you're going to round them all up. Round them up. Put them on Madagascar. Come on. Here's what's going to happen. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Bottom right or more from CNN. These LGBT couples have a way to curb Trump anxiety. Why would they have Trump anxiety? What do they think's going to happen? I mean, I'm going to have to click on this. Trump's two-gender bot. This is a headline from CNN. Trump two-gender edict will upend X identity. Oh, if you have a passport that says you can put X, I'm going to do that. Why not? I don't have no passport. No, I think it's expired a long time ago. I don't think... Matt, you said you're never going to fly. Well, at some point, I might need to keep it up to date to escape at some point. We have people working for us that are very, very much trying to find not milk-free zones. Some people are getting close. I'm not even joking. Somebody came to me the other day and said, I've got this information on not milk-free zone. It wasn't East Timor. It was something, was it Timor, something to do with Indonesia? I don't know. But we have good people working to find not milk free zones, and they'll keep trying. Let's look at this nonsense in more detail. At the top, Trump in his inaugural address, there are only two genders, male and female. Yeah? What's the problem? Who's getting upset at what he's saying here? Well, we know, don't we? But this might be the only area where I'm a big Trump fan. Get inspired by a weekly... Screw you, CNN. Lawyers and advocacy organizations are encouraging members of the LG plus community to act quickly to protect the rights that are still in place after President Donald Trump signed an executive order declaring the United States government will officially recognize only two sexes, male and female, that are not changeable. That son of a bitch. To propose something so radical, wait a second, I can't get over this. Are you saying that President Donald Trump wants the United States government to only officially recognize that there's only male and female and they're not changeable day to day or hour by hour? Who would propose such a thing? That's basically Hitler-esque. It is. Everybody knows anybody can become any gender, and there's also 40,000 names of other genders. Everybody knows everybody should have that right. What's wrong with people? While the future of other LG plus rights under the new administration remains uncertain. So there's no constitution, no Bill of Rights. I hope you're not new here. He can just round up. He can do whatever he wants. Okay. Yeah, the decision is part of his broader plan to end federal efforts to, quote, socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. Again, in this area, I'm a pretty big Trump fan. Does anybody have any welding equipment? I'll weld the damn Trump flag to the back of my car. I don't need a flatbed. However, many LG plus rights advocacy groups are already taking a stand against the executive order. And some national organizations such as Lambda, the Tri-Lambs Revenge of the No, this is Lambda Legal. That's what the Tri-Lambs and Booger and those guys, this is where they are today. What is it? Lewis and Gilbert. That's what it was. They're preparing to challenge Trump's decision in court. Here, it's exactly what I referred to. Everything gets challenged in court. The court decisions will hold Trump back. And then this is the pathetic script. All the Trump supporters, he's trying to do so much, but the courts are holding him back. Ridiculous. Well, in this area, the courts come more into play than in border issues or immigration issues, but they still put forth the same bullshit, and people fall for it. At the bottom, oh God, bile just came up into my... We're going to do these headlines once a month. It's already making me sick. The incoming administration seeks to limit protections against sex discrimination and abuse, denying science while also making life immeasurably harder for intersex, non-binary, and then the article continues with 47 more names of what they want to be called. I'm not going to click on it, but it continues. It's intersex, non-binary, and 47 to 50 more names as to what you want to be called day by day. If you don't want to be male or female or what this son of a bitch doing his narration, he's a cisgendered son of a bitch. Look at this. I was so upset. I clicked on it. It said, for subscribers only. You pay your better off dead. $2. You pay your money. I can see. I thought it would be a potential not milk-free zone under the style section. The extreme beauty and isolation of an island only 100 people call home. Only 100 people live on this island. There's way more people on David Bowie Island, where the Rockefellers and Rothensteiners go, and Michael Jackson's playing tonight. The only people that can get there, Brenton and Wavy and people with boats, it's for subscribers only. Guys, if I thought there was a chance this could be a not milk-free zone, and that guy, why is some guy standing with a big bent piece of wood over his, it says extreme beauty. I don't know. If I thought this could be a not milk-free zone, I would pay the money. I would pay the $2 and I would sign up for this horse shit. But there's no way they're going to give any information like that away to us via CNN and these villains. Look at this. Oh no, she's a rugby star. Was her name Cher, see her. What's that other one called? Gail. She's a gal Gadot, or let's see what her name is. I love that people are seeing me. Rugby rugby star Ilona, is that IL? That confuses the heck out of me when the two letters are different but they look the same. Ilona Maher champions body positivity. Guys, I have to admit something to you right now. We had right after my relationship with the vintage space chick, I dated Ilona for about 6 months. It was very beautiful, and I'll tell you how I picked her up. How any guys, if you're trying to pick someone like this up at a bar, always absolute brutal honesty. Say, I noticed your traps and delts. How much do you shrug? And I was in. That was it. How much do you shrug? And I wasn't mocking. The traps, lats, and delts were incredibly impressive. And I said, I have a walnut here. Can I put it between your lats and can you crack this walnut? And then I just put it right in my mouth. And that led to a 6 month oh God, let's get away from this. It's Ilona, George Clooney's wife is Iman, or is that Iman, or is that David Bowie's wife? I don't know. I think it's the same person. Guys, I'm sorry to end with a downer. If you just needed some laughs, you want to end maybe on a little bit of an up note, just end this now. I'm going to give my same apology. It's like, how do we keep laughing when there's so many in this world suffering? And the answer is we have to. There's so much suffering that the Not Nilk puts forth in this world. This is an image of the Gaza Strip, and everything that's in yellow or tan is damaged, bombed out, people that have been injured. I mean, it's just, there's people I'm over 50, and these people have been literally screwed over on and off my entire life. Same with Lebanon. Oh, that's been normal for 15 years. We'll start bombing them. Guys, we laugh in terms of the last few segments. We have no choice. We have to keep making fun of it. I mean, you could just cry all day long. I mean, is that really what we should be doing? The Israel-Hamas war started in October of 2023. The Biden administration is supposed to be favoring the Palestinian side. The Trump administration, they're in bed with Bibi and the Israelis, right? But if anything were real, I mean, again, reality gives itself away daily to all the people around us. And I don't know, something wrong with people. They don't notice there's this most obvious degrees of common sense. If anything were real, the Biden administration, if that was real and it was a real president, they would have said after, say, October, November, December, January, February, say March of 2024. The bombing you think one side has more arms than the other? One side has F-16s and multi-billion-dollar computer systems, and then the other side is just Hamas, and they get their Molotov. Oh, Matt, they're funded by Iran, and oh yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, they have the same weapons as Israel. So they're just all bombed out and people displaced and refugees. If anything were real, the Biden administration, if it was real, with a real president, would have said, it's been 4 or 5 months. Enough. That's it. I'm not putting up with this anymore. These people, they're not going anywhere. If anything were real, I'll say, I'm sorry to say it one more time, Matt, stop it. You'd say, you've got it, as many of the Hamas leaders as you're going to get. These people aren't going anywhere. We're not going to make this into a Six Flags Middle East or a big rollerblading rink. They're not going anywhere. No more refugees. Israel, it's enough. No more money, no more, it's enough. We're putting our foot down. If anything were real, would have ended after 4 months, 5 months. But no, nothing is real. It's a Not Nilk script. And these sons of bitches. I mean, the last eight wants me to be angry at it. Really does. I'm gonna try to choose to make fun of it, and the anger will be hopefully doesn't come up very often. But this thing here, with us, and most minions, even high-level minions. Who knows if you sat Joe Biden down and you said, Not Nilk, and what you answer to this, he probably wouldn't even have any idea what we're talking about. Yet would we be right? It's just the endless war, conflict, scripts that play out in the same way over and over. Again, the Christian notion of Satan is as accurate as I've ever, other than I think my own depiction, which I'm going to favor my own depiction and what I've studied for the last 15 years. Other than that, the Christian depiction of Satan is as accurate as anything. But they're teased for that as well. There's a negative force here. There's no doubt about it. And it's so pathetic. It gives itself away at every turn. And our biggest frustration will continue to be our family and friends are just blind to it. Like everything in the world is just normal. The ship of fools might be the most accurate concept that I ever came up with. Thanks for listening.